getting ready for Trine's home game this week with Finlandia, and as we head up to that, we take a look back at last week. It was a tough loss at home to Olivet, but there were some bright spots in the game. Alex Price, a true freshman, came out and did some things that you had to like watching on tape.
Yeah, Alex really showed toughness. He played hard the entire time he was in, was productive throwing the ball, and really showed a lot of qualities, a lot of the things that you look for in a quarterback. Showed a little bit of an edge, and we love seeing that. So he's done a great job.
I thought the game plan for him was really smart because you ran a lot of the jet motion stuff, the short passes early to kind of get him into a groove. Then you took some shots downfield. Was that kind of the approach, was just get Alex comfortable in that game?
Yeah, and we knew that we needed to get the ball in Chesney and Boggs' hands in multiple ways. If there was something that we looked back upon that we wish we would have done more, is just get those to the ball more times in the previous two games. And so the jet sweep plays were a way to put them in motion, hand them the ball, and make sure they were getting the touches that those two really need for us to be successful offensively and deserve as individuals.
It's put a lot of stress on Olivet's offense or defense because you had the jet motion across, and then Alex could run it up the middle, and there was a little misdirection element to that. What you didn't see, though, was a lot of Dylan Dowling, and I wanted to ask you, is Dylan banged up? Is it just trying to get other people the ball? Where are we at with Dylan Dowling right now?
Everybody's a little dinged up this time of the year, and we just felt like the best approach last week was to go a lot of empty stuff and use the motion, and that package took him off the field some.
Mm-hmm. One thing I've noticed as I'm looking at the statistics, we had a lot of sacks the first three games. Mm-hmm. We haven't had that many sacks the most recent three. Is that just a function of who we've been playing the last few weeks? Has there been something that teams have done to limit the pass rush from Trine? What do you make of that as far as the pass pressure goes?
Well, I think it's been different in each game. I think that in the Hope game we played against an extremely mature quarterback that knew when to throw it away. And quite honestly, I think he got away with a few intentional groundings. But and then in the Alma game, they didn't throw the ball too much. And when they did, because of the pressure that we had gotten on the quarterback, it was a lot of three-step stuff. And then last week, they kept 9 in to protect. So, you know, when you keep 9 in to protect, I mean, if you're only going to put 2 out, if you're going to blitz 9 and only keep 2, I mean, so a lot of it has to do with what teams are doing to combat our strengths. You know, and I thought all of that did a good job in some of the passing situations, and we combated that by dropping a few more guys into coverage at time and taking away what they really wanted to do, making him throw to his third and fourth option a lot of times, especially on third down and more than 5.
It was a competitive football game. You know, it was a really fun game to watch. It was a competitive game. I thought that we had a chance really until late into that game.
Yeah,
and
no question.
There's some things to build on, right?
Absolutely. I thought our guys competed.
Yeah.
Our youth at some positions showed a little bit. You know, defensively, you know, you feel like you've had a successful game if you give up less than 6 plays of more than 15 yards, and we only gave up 5. But when we gave up those plays, it was because we just made silly mistakes. And again, I think a little bit of our youth showed, but we've had a great week of practice so far this week and have worked on sharpening our skills in situations that we've come up short in the past. So those are things that we look forward to improving upon and continuing on as the season goes on.
Finlandia this week, 0-6. They've really struggled. Gotten blown out most weeks. Your kids can read the newspapers and see that they've struggled a lot this year. As a coach, how do you prevent against a letdown or overlooking an opponent like that?
Well, I think you show them the right film. You know, the first play against Hope, they run a flea flicker where the quarterback hands it to the running back, and he tosses back the quarterback, and that 94-yard touchdown. And then they also scored again in the first half. So you're talking about a team that put up 13 points against Hope in the first half. So they've got a dangerous quarterback that's very mobile and will be entertaining because he runs all over the place. And they do have some speed at receiver and some running backs that run hard and a big offensive line. So we're going to have to come and compete. If we come play hard and play the way we should, play Thunder football, I believe we'll come out on top.
It's Trine versus Finlandia, a big Saturday event coming up here at Zollner Stadium. Looking forward to it, Coach.
All right, thanks a lot.